that. And I'm sorry. I am so sorry, Black people, for saying that. I am so sorry, but you really not finna like this. Instead of bailing out big companies and banks and all of the other places that usually get bailed out whenever some major fuck shit happen, Donald Trump was like, all right, hey guys, I'm back. I'm Marissa J, and yes, I am going to talk about reparations again. So, before we get into talking about reparations, I want to tell you a little story first, okay? Just bear with me. I'm not going to keep you for too long. So, once upon a time, there was this guy. His name was Mansa Musa, and he was the richest guy that ever lived, right? He was from Mali, right? So, Black King, okay? So, he decided that he was going to go and make his trip to Mecca because he was a Muslim. And so, on his way to Mecca, he came across Cairo, Egypt. And Cairo wasn't like a poor place or anything like that, but they weren't like, it wasn't like the richest of everything. Like, they was good. They was just doing. So when Mansa Musa rolled up into Cairo, Egypt, him and everybody, he had like a whole entourage of a whole bunch of people, okay? It was all of his friends, all of his slaves, all of his friends' slaves. The slaves were decked out in silk. Okay, so like they was all styling and profiling. They roll up into Cairo and everybody's spending money. Okay, they stay there for like a month or two. Everybody's spending money, dropping bags everywhere, making it rain all over Cairo. They dip out. On the way back, he was like, hey, yo, I'm gonna chill with you guys for a minute. And they were all like, hold up. It took Cairo, Egypt 12 years to bounce back because of all of this random money that Mansa Musa had dumped into there, just out of nowhere, right? Okay, put that story on the back burner. So fast forward to today, well, not today, but in a couple of months, California has decided that they were going to start giving reparations out. And surface level, it's like, yay, somebody's doing it, until you remember that California never had anything to do with this transatlantic slave trade. Yeah, they didn't have anything to do with it. They were never involved. So that begs the question, one, who is giving out this money? Where is the money coming from? Because if California didn't have nothing to do with the slave trade, then it's not coming out federal. I don't know. I haven't been on YouTube for very long, so allegedly, it seems as though they allegedly somehow, but really, it sounds like it's coming from taxpayers. So, one, where's the money coming from? Who money is this? Two, who getting the money? Who's getting the money? How are you defining Black people? Because Black is a color, not a nationality. So how are y'all defining it? Are you classifying as ADOS or are you classifying as African American? Because if you're classifying as African American, then here come Charlize Theron and motherfucking Elon Musk. They South African. So are you classifying as South African? Are you classifying these people that are getting the reparation checks? Are they African American? Are they ADOS? How are you classifying these people? And why come you ain't telling us what the classification is? Because Black is a color, not a nationality. So where's the money coming from? Who getting the money? And again, before we go to number 3, I have a biracial son. Does he get a check? And if he does get a check, does he get a full check? Who getting this money? Okay, who's getting this money? Last but certainly not the least, why is there no talks? I mean, zero talks of a required financial literacy course once these reparations are being doled out? because you can't just dump money into a community and then just expect everything to just be okay. This is a recipe for Civil War 2.0. I mean, because it sounds like it's coming from white people, like white taxpayers that are alive today. Please do not get it twisted. I am always and forever for reparations, but I do not believe that a white person that's living today should be paying out reparations like directly out of their pockets. That's silly. And that's how you start wars. And it wasn't the taxpayers' problem. It's not even the California problem. California didn't have none. After slavery had happened, once everybody was free, the Great Migration era, where all the black folks was leaving the South and going everywhere else, Chicago, Detroit, and everywhere else, a lot of them ended up in California. It was an oasis there for black folks. I'm not saying that there was equal rights. I'm saying that it wasn't none of the other states that had anything to do with the slave trade, whether they were for it, against it, whatever. And California was a place where black folks could go and really just kind of sort of be left alone a little bit. So I'm just curious as to why California is the first state to be doing this shit, and they didn't even have nothing to do with it. Why come it's not Mississippi? Why come it's not Alabama? Why come it's not Tennessee? I live in Tennessee. Why come it's not Tennessee? So, and not to mention, okay, you doing this state by state. My family is from Mississippi and Arkansas, but we've been in Tennessee for a minute, for a few generations. So all of the enslaved people on both sides of my family came from Arkansas and Mississippi. Like Africa, Arkansas, Africa, Mississippi. Okay? Like that's how it happened. But I live in Tennessee. My kids were born here in Tennessee. My nieces and nephews was born here in Tennessee. So who is the responsible party? Really and truly, it shouldn't be state by state. It should be a government thing, because the U.S. government was the ones that was allowing all of this shit to begin with. So I feel as though the U.S. government is pawning it off on a blue state to make this shit happen. And once it inevitably fails, they'll be able to say, look, we can't do reparations, see? It didn't work there. How is it going to work everywhere else? It don't work. It's not going to work. It can work. Donald Trump showed us that. And I'm sorry. I am so sorry, black people, for saying that. I am so sorry, but you really not finna like this. You are really not finna like this. Instead of bailing out big companies and banks and all of the other places that usually get bailed out whenever some major fuck shit happened, Donald Trump was like, okay, but I'm gonna bail out the people too. He found the money. He found the money not just for black folks, for everybody. He found the money for everybody. Even if you didn't get a second or a third stimulus check, you got that first one. You got that little $1,200 or $600 or however the $2,400, however the fuck much it was. You got a couple of $100. Donald Trump found it. Joe Biden, you can't find it. Oh, you need the FBI to go up in there to try to look for it? Maybe it's with the classified documents. I don't know. I don't know, girl. I don't know. But here's the thing. Whole reason why I came on here was to get your opinion. What do you think about this shit? How do you feel about it? Am I off base? Should California be the ones? Should it be Californian taxpayers paying off reparations? Let me know. If I'm wrong, tell me. Leave it in the comments. I gotta go work out because the guts matching the butt. So I gotta go. Bye.